Welcome to this lesson. Let's jump into it. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about HTML and CSS and what the heck they are and the differences of them. Now, I'm going to be going to codepen.io and I'm going to be demoing some code. For this first lesson, you don't really need to type anything out, but you can follow along if you want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to codepen.io and I'm going to hit start coding. So you'll see on CodePen, and we're going to be using this a lot, that there's three different boxes up here. I have this HTML box, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and then I have this CSS box and this JavaScript box. We're not even going to be paying attention to JavaScript. That's a little bit too far ahead for us right now. We're going to focus mainly on having really great HTML and really great CSS. So HTML, what the heck is that? What is this box? Well, HTML, what HTML is think of HTML as being the foundation for a house. So if we're building a house, we have to have a foundation, we have to have walls, we have to have a roof. There's a structure to it. HTML is the structure of a web page. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. That is the name HTML, and it's an acronym. And again, what it means is it means the structure of the page when it comes to a foundation, walls, roof. So let's draw it out. So HTML, if we think of it this way, let's draw this out, is that HTML is the, let's move this to here. HTML is the house. Sorry for my amazing drawing skills using a mouse. Okay, so HTML, it's the structure of the house. CSS means cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheets is a fancy word to say paint. It's the design. Okay, so the HTML is the house. It's the walls that we build. It's a 4-bedroom house, and the CSS is the color paint that we put on the walls, or it's the the shrubbery that we put out front in a blue color instead of green. That would have made more sense, right? So again, HTML is the structure of the document, and the CSS is the appearance of the document. So how CodePen works is it's really cool, is it actually lets you create code, and it'll show you on this screen right here. So let me go ahead and create something like this. Okay, and then it displays it. So let's take a look at this. HTML is the structure, and the way that HTML works is that there's really the main components of HTML are these things called tags, or HTML tags. HTML tags can be words, they can be letters, so you can see that I have this P here. They can be a word like header. Header is a tag. Paragraph is a tag. There's also a thing like a UL and an LI, so don't worry about this right now. I'm just going to make something real fancy real quick, jumping ahead a little bit. That's okay. So tab that. So this is a unordered list. So UL means unordered list. LI means list. So tags, these are all HTML tags. Anything in HTML where you see a symbol that is like this, that means that in HTML we are starting something. We are going to be telling the computer something. And what are we going to be telling it? We're going to be telling it probably to make something. So first, if you see right here, there, I'm yelling, "Hey computer, pay attention to me. I'm going to do something, and I'm going to give you a command of what I want to make." All right, in this case, I want to make a P, whatever a P is. And then I'm going to go like this. Okay, hey computer. All right, now start making that. So again, we have, hey computer, what do we want to make? We're going to make a paragraph. All right, now let's start making it. Then we're going to put in the word test. And then we have, hey computer, what are we going to do? We're going to stop. This is this symbol right here. This backslash symbol is the stop symbol. And we're going to say stop the paragraph. And again, hey computer, I'm done telling you to do something, so I'm going to stop. So here's how I remember this slash as being stops. Is if you ever seen a movie like Bourne Identity or James Bond movies where they will have a scene usually where there's a car or a train, usually a car or scooter, try to do this in front of a train. It might not end up so well. So you have a car, and so the good guy is needing to either get away from the bad guy, or they are chasing the bad guy, right? And they don't have a car, and they need a car to either get away or catch up. So they run out into the middle of, so there's cars going by on this street, and they run out into the middle of the street, and they put their hands up right in front of a car like this. They go, "Stop! Stop!" Right? This symbol right here is a stop sign. It is Matt Damon running in front of a car. And then we have these symbols right there. So, hey computer, what do you want to do? Matt Damon runs in front of a car and yells, "Stop!" Stop what? Stop the car. And then, all right, computer, let's move on to something else. That's it. That is a tag. These are tags right here. This is a tag. This is a UL tag. This is a paragraph tag. Again, start, hey computer, I want to do something. What I want to do, I want to create this thing, whatever UL is. And then I'm going to create something else. So you'll notice here that I actually could put things inside of things. That's something that we'll get further into. But the main thing that you need to know is that this is a tag. This symbol is a tag, and this symbol is a tag. And that this symbol right here is the how to stop a tag. All right, so here's what you're going to do. For our first assignment, and I know that you're learning these things through the other resources that we've already talked about, what I want you to do is we are going to be working on research skills. Research skills are some of the most important things skills that you can have to be a developer. As a developer, you are creating things that don't exist, so you need to be able to do research. And as you get further and further into PHP, Python, JavaScript, all those different things, the code becomes a little bit more complicated in how they write things. Developers like to make things more confusing. You need to have decent research skills, and you need to learn how to find people that are explaining things in ways that you understand. So we're going to practice that. What we're going to do is I want you to go to your favorite website or a website. I'm going to go to my website because I know it works. And what you're going to do is you are going to practice using this thing called Inspect. If you haven't used Inspect before, this might blow your mind. So I am in Chrome. This might look a little bit different for you if you are in Firefox or in Safari. It might not be called the same exact thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit this Inspect button. Now you might see Inspect Element depending upon what browser you're on, but I'm going to click on this Inspect button. And this is going to pull up all of this garbly goop over here on this right hand side. So look at all of this. Oh my gosh, all of this. This is all HTML. This is the website. This is my website. This is all written out. Okay, and don't be overwhelmed by it at all. You should be looking for things that are familiar to you. And I can tell you right now, there are a lot of things that are actually familiar for you. You just you might not even recognize it. But I can show you right here that you already know what this symbol means, and you already know what that symbol means, and you already know what that symbol means. You know this is the start of something, and then right after you start something, it's going to say what you want to start. I'm starting this thing called a div, okay? And then, all right, computer, I'm done creating that thing, whatever all this other garbly goop is. But then again, same thing. This tag, this HTML tag, I have, all right, computer, I'm going to start something. Oh, wait, actually, I want to stop something. What do I want to stop? The thing right directly after it, that's that div right there. That's the div. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a notebook or a piece of paper, or if you want to open up the notepad, you can use whatever you want. And I want you to open up a website. If you want to use my website, you can. And I want you to figure out how to do this Inspect Element so you can see this stuff. And I just want you to kind of take a look around. And you'll notice that you can open things, you can close things. So I'm opening, right? I'm going to go to a different page to show you even more stuff. So let's go over here. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this right here. I'm going to Inspect Element. Let's see what that goes. Oh, I've seen that before. I think I know what this is. I think that's a paragraph, right? We just saw that here. Okay, this is new. This is new to me, and that's okay. I want you to find things. I want you to go around the site and put your cursor over what you want to look at. So I want to see what this leave a thought is. So I'm going to inspect right here. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to inspect it. Oh, okay. H4. I see that it's starting something. It's starting an H4, whatever that is. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to take a look around. Now here's the catch though, is I want you to write down these new words or tags that you're learning. So I'm going to do it right here. So I saw an H4. I don't know what that is. I saw a paragraph. I kind of know what that is, but I'm not too sure. I saw like an H2. I saw like an H1. I think I saw like an A. I definitely know I saw like a div, right? So I'm looking and I'm seeing, okay, I see a div right there, whatever a div is, and then I inspect here. Okay. And what you're doing is you're finding these tags, and then what I want you to do is next step. I want you to do some research, and this is practice. This is all practice for the bigger game. There's a really, if you're not into sports, there is a really great baseball player. His name's Tony Gwynn. He has one of the best batting averages of all time, if not the best. And they asked him how he did it, and he would say, every day before a game, I would go to a tee. So a tee is like the thing that has a stick, and then there's a ball on top of it, and he would hit balls off this tee. Hours. And this is a professional baseball player. Just hit him off the tee. Because he knew that he had to practice the basics. And what I'm telling you right now is that you need to practice the basics of research. You might think that you have the research abilities, but you should always be practicing this. And it's okay to be practicing. It's okay to research. Yes, you should memorize some of this stuff, but yes, let's work on those research skills. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here and you are going to use the sorcery of the internet to find out what are these things. So I want you then to go and say, all right, what is H4 in HTML? All right, well, let's take a look at this. I could go from that one. Let's open a new tab here, this one. All right. The HTML H4 tag represents a level 4 heading of a HTML document. Examples. Okay, it's a heading. I think I kind of know what a heading is, maybe. So you do some research and then you say, well, what's a heading in HTML? Maybe it goes down that rabbit hole. And what I want you to be able to do is I want you to be able to put in here a couple sentences in your own words of what this means. H4 is a heading in HTML, whatever, okay? This is a paragraph. So we're practicing this research. We're getting used to using, again, we're getting used to using this inspect. And then we're also getting used to research. Now, if you really want to blow your mind, let's leave this off at the very one fun thing you can do at the end. You can totally pretend like you're a hacker. None of this stuff saves, but it's fun to do anyway. Let's say you wanted to change something on this website and really impress your friends. Come here. If I go to inspect, you'll notice here that there's this I think and all this stuff here. So this is a paragraph. Watch what happens if I double click on this and I hit test. Boom, hacker level right there. Jeez. Programming is so easy, everyone. Anyone can do it. Please stick with it. Practice this. Once you have found some tags, I would say maybe about 10 tags at the most. Do some research on 10 tags. Once you have done those research on those tags, let's move on to the next section where we'll talk specifically about the most common tags, and I'll give you another exercise to enhance your learning even further. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep moving forward. You are amazing and you got this.